All right, guys, Memorial Day weekend around the corner. It is also National Barbecue Month. That is definitely a month we are happy to celebrate.
Oh, absolutely. We are making Honeyfire Rub. Shane Nasby is here. He's the pitmaster of Honeyfire BBQ.
That's right.
This is really cool because this is sweet heat. It's not too hot. It's not too sweet. It's right in the middle.
Yeah, that's what the name Honeyfire comes from. So this is the rub. I'm going to show you how to make the rub that we use in our restaurant. And it's really cool. It's unique. We tell everybody that it has... What makes it unique is it has dehydrated honey in it. So this is what you got to find. You can find this at a specialty seasoning store. You could also find this online. It's honey granules. So basically it's dehydrated honey.
Dehydrated honey, okay.
Yeah.
And what's the benefit to getting dehydrated honey instead of just taking honey and putting it?
Well, for dry rub, you need the dry stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're going to do a dry rub here, and remember this is going to be sweet. So first thing we're going to start off is we're going to do about 1/2 cup of the honey granules.
I just realized you're giving away your secrets, and you don't even seem to mind.
You know what? If it'll help people, make some good rub at home, we're good.
I think he's pretty comfortable in the pit
thing.
He's like, if you can make this,
if you think you can do this,
have at it.
I got a job.
All right.
So we add another 1/2 cup of sugar.
Okay.
And FYI, if you don't have honey granules and you can't find them, you can use brown sugar, and it'll still make an excellent rub.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
And then we're going to add a little kosher salt. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of celery salt, and then 2 tablespoons of dry mustard.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of garlic powder, and then this was what adds the color. When you see the color in the bottle there, this is the paprika.
Okay.
And it gives a little bit of a smoky flavor to it. And now it's time for a little bit of the heat. So we've got the sweet, we've got the heat, so we got to add the honey to the honey fire.
Okay.
So we're going to do 1 tablespoon of black pepper and then 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper to add a little bit of heat.
If you don't, it didn't seem too scary.
Yeah.
This is a pretty mild version. This is our original. As you can see, we have a spicy version as well. All you got to do is bump up that cayenne pepper, and you're going to have a nice little sweet heat with a little extra heat.
It is really nice to make your own rub, but having the pre-made in a pinch when you're like, I want it, that's great. So you can come to the restaurant, pick
we sell
that up.
that.
You guys are in Bellevue?
We are.
Okay.
One Bellevue place.
Okay, so you've got this. Now, let's talk about
Look at the pretty
application.
pictures.
Yeah, when are you putting this on, and what's the best way? Because you can either leave it on there for a while. How long do you suggest getting this on the meat before you start to put it on?
So every meat is different. We'll talk about the meats at our restaurant that feature this rub.
Okay.
So we've got our wings, so we smoke the wings, and then what we do with the dry rub is we toss them after the fact.
Okay.
The reason is because we flash fry our wings to crisp up the skin afterwards.
Okay.
So it seals in that smoke, and then we toss them in a little bit of the sweet heat. The sausage, same process. We just add a little bit at the end of it. We toss it in our wing sauce, and then we sausage in the wing sauce.
Yeah,
and then
I was
we
like,
add a little
hold
bit of honey.
on.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
That play.
Oh, it's so good. So good. And then you've got beautiful rack of ribs over here. Now, with the ribs, are you going to do the dry rub before?
So West Tennessee style, you do the dry rub after. So a lot of people will do it beforehand, but we do it the traditional West Tennessee style with the dry ribs. Now, our wet ribs are our specialty, but if you want dry ribs, we can certainly do them, and we add them after the fact, and similar to a lot of restaurants in town that do the same thing.
So you smoke them plain?
Smoke them with kosher salt, and then we add the honey rub afterwards, and it gives it a nice, sweet, we just want a lot of smoke in that meat as much as possible.
So because you've got that granulated honey in there, is that melting in when you put it on there?
Absolutely.
Because
those things come out super
Dare I
hot.
tear at your ribs?
You can.
Do it.
Finally, we've got the pork shoulder here.
Beautiful.
You doctor that up before you ever put it on the smoker, and it creates the bark that's on there, and it basically is a honey bark, so it's really good.
So
I know you wanted to tear this apart.
Do you want to dive into it?
Well, I suppose
You don't use a fork, you got to get your hands in there.
Well, I have other guests to meet. I want to be like, hey, I've got these
There
big.
you go.
That is beautiful.
Look at that.
The
smoke
bark
ring.
is
That's
incredible.
beautiful. Yeah. So,
Look at that.
so it really is interesting, though, because I hadn't thought about the fact that you're going to use this dry rub 3-4 different ways.
Yes.
And put it on at different times.
We go through about 50 pounds of this every couple of weeks in the
That's
restaurant.
amazing.
So.
Okay, so for people that are going to do a cookout and they're like, that sounds great, but I want you to do all of it, can they just come in? Do they have to do an order? How far ahead do they have to get it into you?
No, usually if you're just feeding a party of 20 or less, you can order same day.
20 or less, okay.
Online, honeyfire.com, come pick it up, or you can just come in and speak to a bartender and we'll get you taken care of.
Oh my gosh,
They're
so
taking
good.
care of it.
Look
You've
at
taken
this.
care of us. This is amazing. These little sausages are very intriguing.
They're so good. Like, take a bite of that, because that was the one that I wasn't expecting. when I came in and sampled everything on the menu. Right?
It's a
That's
sleeper.
the one I wasn't expecting. It's so good. All right, honeyfire.com for the full menu. Guys, make sure you get the banana pudding before you leave. You can thank me later. It's amazing. Thank you so much for coming in. So good to see you.